Well, fellas, I'm finna get started. I usually wait till I have X amount of people, which I did. Let me tell you something. I try my best to stay prepared for any opportunity that I may come across during any given week. Now, that mindset has paid major dividends for me. If you get prepared and you stay that way, you'll never miss a goddamn woman that you shoot at. I know I don't. I rarely miss. In the unlikely event that you feel, or that you might feel, I'm full of shit, here's what you do. Stop listening to me and return to the days of you listening to those PUAs. The PUAs only. Well, maybe some of the gurus too. Then try as hard as you can not to laugh. Try not to laugh at those fools because even though you feel I am full of shit, you cannot deny how much further you are in your quest of finding manhood fucking with me. See, I've had a very good year, mentally and physically. And it's due to the amount of stress that I release. Uh, I don't know if you know this, but the powers that be used a 33-year-old case to keep me from being able to teach. Uh, Believe it or not, I guess that was 2013. And 2013 is going to be a year I never will forget. And I believe 20, maybe 2020 introduced me to a totally different way of moving and shaking and just gave me a way of getting what I deserve. I learned uh, internet commerce. I knew it before, but I learned it much better than I ever knew it. All of it, all of it did one thing this year. It put me in position to meet and deal with the real movers and shakers of the goddamn education uh, industry. Now, just wait and see. Just wait and see what I got coming for you in the coming year. And it ain't no rosebud products. But then again, think about it. Every goddamn thing I do is a rosebud product. I can't help it. My shit was amazing this year. There's something about the way being real front the fakers. Front the fakers who call into my videos, front them off. If they're faking and call in with some bullshit, I recognize it right away and I bust it. Because realness has value. And if you deal with what's real, you're going to end up being a more value prone person. There aren't many of you. There are not many that you can listen to on social media that's going to really help lace you. Most of the people don't have a real platform. they don't have a platform that's been tried and tested and proven uh, to be real for you to listen to as I do. Every one of the fools on this social media spitting that fake game who are under 60 years old and they don't have a record of 40 plus years of putting what they call game down, they're liars. You must have professed and lived by what you claim game is, or you don't fucking have none. Now, why you guys ain't calling in? This is not too deep for you to fucking think to comment on. Call in. Let's talk about it. I'm sure you have some ideas or comments, and we'll discuss the shit. I'm not scared, so you shouldn't be. Uh, See, you should not only have lived by what the fuck you say you got as far as the game. You need to have lived by it for over 80% of your life. And when you retired, uh, like me, you decided to kick it about that game you lived, not imaginary game that these suckers speak to you about. Motherfuckers find little tidbits on Google or wherever, and then they implement that little tidbit. Guys are now whatever chasers. Then they fucking implement the word chasers in their shit, and they start talking about it, and you didn't heard of it, and you didn't read about it. Next thing you know, you sprung on that bullshit. No, man, the motherfucker that you listen to is the motherfucker that give you shit that's gonna help you. You know, I mean, I don't give a fuck that I only have 1,000, 2,000 motherfuckers listening to me at a time. Shit, I know motherfuckers be having hella thousands listening to them, and they be getting off on that shit. I don't. I get off on helping motherfuckers. I am not in this shit to be some sort of sensation. I'm in this shit because I believe I got fucking game, and I know how to share it with your motherfucking ass, and that's what I be doing. That's all I be doing. I am one motherfucker who will not speak on anything that I didn't do myself. Everything I speak on, I've done myself for years in pursuit of my greatness. Now, I said there was only two motherfuckers. The other motherfucker spitting experience is Tay. Hollywood Shantae, my nigga. Caller, what's up? Caller, what's up?
Yeah, what's up, bud? Hey, what's the difference between the different courses? What's the difference between the diamond and then the platinum?
The things you get as far as from the why are you asking that when you can just read it, man? Go to sidewalku.thinkific.com. Go there and it'll tell you gold has whatever value to it, and silver. Platinum have what value to it, and diamond has a value, but each one of them is more. You know what I'm saying? You got more shit that's coming from Sidewalk University and whatever. But go ahead on it and look it up if you need to, brother. But I ain't going nowhere.
Okay, I'm gonna go on it. Thanks, man.
All right, later. Okay, so yeah, okay. So what I'm saying is check game. You know, Tay and I rode the streets of this fucking Abu Q daily for over 45 years. That nigga, I'm telling you, he never pimped better than me. And I can't say that I pimped better than he because we both made sure the other motherfucker was seeing some realness. I'm telling you, realness have value. Fake shit just won't last. We make the very fakers you listen to come real. Once they do, the shit they faking about gets put into a perspective that's real. It's invalid. I mean, has no value, and they realize they're faking for nothing. I'm a real brother, and I have been just as weary as you have. I mean, in certain situations, but the difference between me and you, I have never. Well, I take that back. I have been afraid, but I have never let being afraid stop me from being an A1 motherfucking alpha man. I realized at one point my life is totally in my hands, just like your life. No one person, be they the government personnel or some fool off the street, can determine what I can do. Shit. People ask me all the time whether or not I feel I'm reaching today's men. And let me tell you something. Hell motherfucking yeah. I think I'm reaching a lot more. If you just was listening 15 years ago, I used to get calls in and them motherfuckers would be asking the most lame questions. And they'd be saying different things, just square ass shit. But they were squares, and I would go off. Well, see, I don't got to do that no more because I did it enough to where motherfuckers know. Call, don't be fucking with me with the bullshit. Fuck with me with the real shit. And I'm cool. I'll be cool. So what I'm saying is, I tell them motherfuckers when they ask me am I recent, I say I sure do think the work I put in matters to most, if not all, the dudes I speak with. I made a decision a few years ago that I was going to change the weak attitude. What's up, caller?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, what's happening?
Hey, what's good, bro, bud? I just wanted to call and let you know, man. Your shit work, bro.
The
Your shit
shit
work.
works?
Huh?
You say the shit work?
Yeah, your shit work.
Brother.
And you be talking that real shit, man.
Hey, man, I'm glad you called in to say that, but I want you to know you'll never hear no bullshit from me. You know, I talk hella shit, but I don't talk no bullshit. And I'm glad you liking it, brother.
And
Go ahead.
well, I used to be a sucker, bro. And you used to check me on my shit, and I used to be hurt about it, but now I'm able to stand my ground and have my own opinion. And it's really about the knowledge of yourself. If you don't got knowledge of yourself, you really can't do shit, to be honest.
Hey, that's all. That's what my goddamn shit is about. Coming true to yourself so that you can be real with everybody else.
Word. And that's
Thanks.
about it, man. I just wanted to get on problem, bro.
Thank you, brother. Hey, so I mean, I don't know how much or how deep that brother got in my shit, but let me tell you something. My shit is real. My shit does work. And the only motherfuckers gonna see that is the motherfuckers that go through what he said. get their feelings fucking hurt because of whatever the fuck you saying. I'm just denying, and then you just gonna have to get with the shit because the thing about me, I ain't telling you to copy me. I'm telling you what works for men, all men, no matter what country they from, no matter what language they speak. If they can understand the English out my mouth, because I ain't trying to reach everybody about knowing everybody's language. These motherfuckers got to know my language. But what I'm saying is, shit, I be reaching. So look, uh, in most cases, in most fucking cases, when I tell people that I think will I do work, the reasoning behind why I think will I do work is that I made my mind up a long time ago, a few years, that I was going to change the weak attitude of dudes that they have. That they dudes are very weak. They're way more feminine. You know, their feelings get hurt. You know, man, dudes be wearing makeup. I'm just saying, you know, after I figured out what was up, you know, I figured that out by the way the motherfuckers was approaching me concerning dealing with women. I just decided I wasn't gonna stop until I made a difference in the way dudes today see and deal with women. I cannot help every single man, but the ones I can help, I do by never changing. You know, I'm the same fucking way that I always been as far as when it comes to being down and dirty about having women. It's one thing that sticks out to me when I think of the shit I've been doing over the past few years. You want to know what that is? I'm an instructor. I'm an instructor who wants, I want the laurels of being an instructor. I want to see the instructions that I have delivered are being used to the fullest potential. In that regard, I'm a selfish bastard, which I never denied being. In that same regard, I'm the flyest motherfucker you've ever known. Because I say shit that fucking can change your life. I do. And the cold part about that is nothing I say will work for your ass unless you do exactly as I say. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying my shit can't be watered down. It's not going to work if you water it down. The good thing about that is you don't have to accept it the way I bring the truth. You don't have to accept the way I bring it. I'm not the only one that brings the truth. Tay is totally different than me, but our messages are the same. Identical. Not one thing you get from either of us will work for you if you try to water it down. You just can't do it. In that regards, I see my friend and I as me and you cannot do without. You need us. Your desires for me and what I tell you should have grown. And if it, you know, has not, please do not tune in anymore. I'm not scared to lose whoever. Check Tay out. I told you I'm gonna have him on my show real soon. The same message, different delivery style. That's how we built. I only want to deal with men who find what I say to be intriguing enough to want to find out what I'm talking about. Seekers are winners, and winners are people who are not afraid to seek information. If you want to hear me, there's no way you won't figure out how to do it. You don't need me to hold your hands, tell you what to do as far as tuning in. If you waiting for me to respond to how, to tell you how to do it, I guess you're gonna miss another show because I don't do that kind of shit. I babysit no one, even potential listeners. I believe in self-reliance, and that's what I'm really about. This is all I teach. This is all I teach at SWU. Self-reliance. I teach the true ways to go after the goddamn things you want in life. I teach to be selfish and conceited. I teach that because if you ain't looking out for your goddamn self, who the fuck will? Look out for yourself first. I don't care what the golden rule or the goody rule or whatever it is. Fuck them rules. The number one rule: self-preservation. You don't know this, but 9 out of 10 of you motherfuckers simply accept what life gives you. A self-reliant man will promote himself to himself, and his promotion will have big effects on his personal growth. Self-reliance is needing no person other than yourself to do what you determine necessary to do to become a better person. I'm self-reliant. Are you? I'm a brother who speaks 401 different languages. I get all kinds of emails from people in places I can't even pronounce. No matter where they all seem to get the same message, which I speak in alpha male language. It interprets to exactly what that person's native language is the same. It from English to their language, everything interprets the same. Otherwise, real man shit does not translate to anything but real man shit in any language. I know I do not try to be a multilingual motherfucker, but I do realize my shit crosses all language barriers. Damn. I just thought about it. I'm the shit, I'm telling you. Decisions are ultra important. You got to make decisions, and they're twice as important to live up to once you establish them. I learned long ago if you're not afraid to make decisions, you won't be afraid of extreme success. Oh my God, 1, 2. You didn't take loss of all that bread, bud. Hey, 1, 2. I think you wear a girdle and you might be on your periods because why the fuck ain't you calling in to say some of this punk shit? This is what I hate about the chat. You motherfuckers say whatever the fuck you want to say in the chat. No, I got a phone line. No, it's free for you to call in. But your bitch ass won't call in and say that shit. 1, 2. If you ain't no bitch, call in. Call in right now. You scary motherfucker. Shit, I thought this was that nigga. This ain't that nigga. Call in 1, 2 with your punk ass. And motherfuckers, let me tell you something. Don't say nothing on here that you don't want to get checked on. Cause I ain't got no fear. I ain't scared of your punk bitch ass. You and Tay lost all the bread, bud. Man, did we lose the game? We both still living. That nigga rolling, I'm rolling. You know, I pay 2,000 for my shit for rent. That nigga pay whatever he pay. Well, I'm saying I got all the bills every regular motherfucker have, and I'm paying. So what the fuck are you talking about? Don't nobody need to keep no bread he made 20, 30 years ago. You keep the knowledge that it took to get the bread. Silly one, two. We call in a minute. Bitch, you ain't calling in. You could have called in and said that. You bitch ass motherfucker. Hey, don't think that you're gonna be able to say some punk bitch shit to me and not defend it. Now, most of us don't realize the simplest way to deal with or even ward off stress is to accept it's there. Then you decide what to do about it and do it. Man, that's all you have to do. Hold on. Hold on. That was a bitch ass. And do it. The uneasiness you feel when you're thinking about approaching a woman can be lessened if you fucking made a conscious effort to get the confidence you need. See, this cat right here, 1, 2. This is what I'm talking about. He want to interact with me, writing shit where we can't talk and we can't get a feel for nothing. Just words. That's all he about. I'm about handling shit. I'm about look at him talking about we on the blade. He could have said that goddamn shit to me on the phone. Bitch nigga. You ain't on no motherfucking blade. The only blade. Uh-oh. Maybe this that nigga. Caller, what's up?
What's good, Rosebud? How you feeling?
All right, who is this?
This is Zap. Zap. ZAP.
All right, what's going on?
What's going on, bud? I'm actually on the road, so if you can't hear me too well, if it's static in the background, I'm in the car right back to work. I'm late from lunch break, but I'm listening to the show, and I just wanted to tell you, I've been listening to you for like almost about 10 years. Almost every episode I've seen, but I don't know. I deal with a lot of stress and depression and stuff, but for about 4 months now, 4 months now, I haven't had a good day every single day. But the crazy part about it is, for about 4 months or more, I've been averaging 3 hours of sleep a night. I've been
Well,
having a good day every day.
okay. What you getting? What you getting at? What's your point?
I'm just saying, I've been tuning in forever though. Shit, just I felt like that. You said something earlier when I tuned in. I didn't catch it from the beginning, but you was like, yeah, we benefiting off of listening to your shit, even though we ain't fucking with you. I'm gonna fuck with you, but my situation ain't the best right now. I'm stable, but just
Brother, listen to
about.
me, man. All you got to do is what you doing. Tune in when you can, and if you want to do more when you're able, do more. Cause I ain't going
Yes,
nowhere.
yes, sir.
All right.
Say, yeah. Yeah, I respect it, man. We definitely benefit. I know I definitely benefit off of your show for years now. So,
All right, brother. Be cool.
you took.
See, things work out no matter what. You know. What I'm saying is that brother just now. I mean, 10 years. Now, what I'm saying is, I'm pretty sure he didn't heard me argue with motherfuckers. He didn't heard me, go through this, that, and the other with motherfuckers. I mean, he didn't heard a lot of shit probably fucking with me. But what he really hear is the information that I'm giving. I'm giving real information. The only thing you need to do is accept what's real. And manhood is at your feet. I'm sure you'd love to be a man who don't fantasize about what he'd do with a woman if he had the opportunity. I'm just as sure you prefer instead to have the confidence that you're a man equipped with all the tools, all the tools you need, all the tools necessary to have any woman you desire. This is very possible for the most timid of you out there. Sometimes all it requires is answers to questions you didn't even know you had. But now that you know you got some questions, you also have someone and somewhere you can go to get these answers. Real answers. I do not care what the question is. It will not take me long to give you an original answer. I am not uh, carbon copying or whatever, duplicating. I'm not doing none of that shit. I do repeat the message in various manners, but I'm not copying shit. Sidewalk University is off the chains because of just that reason. No question is off limits in the classes. If you can ask it, I can answer it. There's no questions or scenarios you can think of that I have not already encountered and successfully dealt with. That's especially the case when it involves bedding a goddamn woman. I have the key to what it takes to enable you to see when the time is to go for the juggler thing. Then I can teach it to you. Some people have it, but they're too silly and confused to teach it to you. Get my confidence course. And remember, you can do it on your own time. Follow me on Twitter at Mr. Roseblood. Be sure to check out sidewalku.thinkific.com or email me any kind of question. What I'm saying is, I make available what I have, and it's up to you to fuck with it. I'm an email or a phone call away. What good would it do a dude to think about pussy if he don't even know how to handle a woman? I mean, shit. Do you know what the hell pussy will do to an unsuspecting dude who don't know women? If you were a silly motherfucker, you think, shit, it's only pussy. That is all it is. Until you come in it. Then it becomes a fucking game that occupies 90% of your fucking time. And even though you're playing with a stacked deck, you keep getting at it. Do you ever take the time to think about learning things to do in the bedroom? Things to say on the way to the bedroom? Man, I got a lot to say about that shit. And if you want some coaching in that area, hit me up ASAP. Uh, AskRosewood at gmail.com, or you can hit me up uh, through Thinkific. And let me tell you something, we can make some arrangements for coaching time. I've had the opportunity to be in a life that allowed me the time to learn women. I learned them so much till those PUAs, those pickup artists that you listen to, they be using my shit. They could not possibly tell you what that shit means because they're interpreting. I'm the real deal, and if you want some understanding, I have some of the same understanding that I have. You ask me about those things, and see, you just need to know what I know, not what someone thinks an interpretation of what I say is. The thing is, when I'm on the hunt for some pussy, I don't even think about what I can say or do. I mean, I learned a long time ago you need to do first things first. Caller, what's up?
What's that now? How you feeling today?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
I can't complain. I'm still here. So what I wanted to comment on was that point you just made. You said a dude would be like, "Oh, it's just pussy" until he come in it. What did you mean by that? Like, would you saying that once he come in a bitch, she'll have his mind? Would you have
No,
a game?
fuck no, I ain't saying no shit like that. I'm saying once you come in the motherfucking pussy and you see how good it feel, you be wanting pussy. Not that pussy. Any pussy damn near. So you can come in it. Ain't got nothing to do with the bitch.
Okay. I thought you were saying that because I see most dudes once they fucking with a bitch and they fuck her, she damn near got his mind.
Well, you're right about that, but it probably is got something to do with them coming in the pussy. But that's what I'm talking about. The nigga lose himself because of how good it feels to him or whatever. Shit. Some people they just come. You know, some people feel like, oh man, they in love. You know, the first bitch they come in. You know, then if they don't get to get that bitch, every bitch they come in, they in love with. I mean, it's all kind of ways to look at that. But what I'm saying is, once a male sees and experiences the feeling of coming in the pussy instead of coming in his hand, you know, it's a big difference happened to him. You follow me?
Yeah.
All right, bro. Uh, Now, if you do first things first, you're gonna win. And after I gained the confidence to be sure of myself and not to second guess my original decisions, a monster was let loose on a herd of unwitting cattle. I slide up to a girl and reach right over her to get a napkin or whatever the fuck I see in reach. Now, why would I do that? Because I do what the fuck I please, and what pleases me pleases women. What pleases me does not please all women, and I might run into a few who do not like what I do. You know what I think about that? That's why I purposely run into so many women in a week. I ain't hardly thinking about what some goddamn woman think who my shit doesn't please. I don't give a fuck what she think. I could care less about her and her thoughts because all that matters to me when I'm at a woman is what I'm thinking, and I'm thinking if she ain't liking me, then I don't want to fuck with her. That's in my head, no matter what I'm saying. If this bitch ain't liking me, I ain't trying to waste too much more than this amount of time right here realizing it. This is why I do not miss when I'm out on the goddamn prowl. I know women who want me and know just as much they can't have me. I can only have them. I believe this shit. You know. Now, when I say I don't miss, I don't take a woman home every night or every time I go out and look for women. Now, as far as that goes, sure, everybody miss. But I don't miss is because every night I go out to catch. I catch. Some broad likes me, and who knows what's gonna happen? Because I don't miss. Now get at me if you want this goddamn shit. Now go get your woman. You gotta do this. Go get your woman some of that J'adore perfume. I'm an animal when the fragrance is right. I mean, there's a lot of fragrances I love that turns me into an animal. And J'adore is just the latest. You know, I maybe watched that commercial one time too many, and you know, and I thought, you know, since I like that tall ass model, bad model, you know, my woman might smell good in that shit. So I bought the shit, and goddamn, that shit, man. My woman was so thrilled she couldn't stop smiling. There are some things that are more important than having confidence. And water and food, air to breathe, some sort of clothing and housing. And, well, I think that about does it for the more important things. Unless you have something else more important than being as confident as possible in all areas of your life. So the topic for next year, or what are you going to do with the three T's? What are you going to do with the three P's? What are you going to do about that ABP? You are allowed time, but time is wasted. Don't take too much time. The three T's, time, talent, and truth. The three P's is pimping, planning, and prospering. And the ABPs is always be playing. Now I know what I'm gonna do uh, with mines. What are you gonna do? What the fuck are you gonna do? I'm 71 years old, and I still have 75% of my childhood friends, and almost 85% of my across the street and around the corner friends. How many of you under 30-year-old motherfuckers can say that? You ought to think about that. Just like you ought to think about this. I got a brother, a couple of brothers, that's been married to the same woman 60 plus years. Man, do you hear me? 60 plus years. We grew up uh, with a healthy amount of fear. We had a lot of shit to fear in our house, namely our parents. But the fear they instilled in us allowed us to do shit. But we would constantly be thinking about how to do it without getting caught. Not only did we fear our parents, we feared and respected your parents. Now, growing up this way kept us out of trouble and alive. It also gave us a lot of respect for traditional shit like marriage. Marriage ain't nothing to play with. And our parents were serious, old school, and firmly believed if you was not afraid at home, you would go out and be fearless and end up dead. So you don't want your child to be scared of you to where they hide, but you do want them to be afraid enough to feel they must hide the wrongdoing that they're involved in. And our parents both, being any kind of player, male or female, you wrong. Now some kids do not even flinch when they do wrong, because no one at home or in the streets will check them. We need to constantly check our kids for them to stay alive in the streets. We always have an allotment of minutes we could use to give thanks to the man for allowing us to see another day, moment, or holiday. So hug your wife or significant other. Hug your son or daughter. Give praise and thanks for what we've been blessed to accomplish thus far in our lives. What we've accomplished together and on your own is nothing short of miraculous. My brother told me that it was miraculous for him to be with that woman 61 years. They married in 64, 63, or something like that. 1963. It was the only wedding that I ever been to with seven groomsmen 7 bridesmaids. Everybody was tucked up and gowned up. It was a formal fucking wedding. And I'm telling you, I remember it, and I never miss a day to call them on their anniversary. Never. 61 times I called them. Now, if the coming months are anything, if they're gonna compete with the past year, I'm on pace for a doozy of a year. I'm grateful, of course, for my prosperity, and hopeful that those, who didn't reach their goals put their efforts into making sure they reach that goddamn plateau of their dreams this year. I said it before and I say it again. To have a life, you need to have a goal that, if reached, will make you happy. We still have a long way to go, but together we can get there. Man, I know I identify with the rush I get handling this shit the way how I am. It doesn't compare with charging hoes. I mean, nothing compares with managing a crew of money getting bitches. It ain't nowhere near the feeling of selling dope, but my confidence scores has been flying out to the public, and I know you all have fucking received success to some degree. Now is the time to use the course to get the fullest advantage. I'm making up to all of you who emailed me and stated I'd regret taking my course off the market. Seldom am I wrong, but when I am, I'm not ashamed to admit it. And I shouldn't have took my course off the market, but it's off, so I ain't tripping. I was a little premature and wanting SWE to handle the brunt of dealing with my income. That's under a different hat that I wear. Keep rolling with the consistency that you've established with that fucking courage and discipline you've been gaining. I offer the course separate from SWU. I mean, you can get the entire course, and if you want to, uh, you can enroll at SWU or not. It's up to you to do what you want to do. But if you're an honest person, you can self-assess. The ability to truthfully self-assess is the most important part of is one of the most important parts of your growth. Every year we make promises that we feel promote our agenda. Well, promote our agenda as we see it. In assessing my moves this past year, I can see that I've come a great distance. But can my assessment of myself stop there, or not? Should my assessment of myself stop there? It can, but I won't let it. I looked back 4 years and looked over and assessed my 5-year plan. When I got fired from my job of 17 years, my New Year's resolution was to make 5-year plans and put a real effort into achieving all my plans. Now, I was fired in February of 2010 and had no idea what was in the cards for me, but I had made my motherfucking resolution, and my 5-year plan was to be living off of my efforts online and to have my daughter living on Easy Street. Now, when I was fired, my world was turned upside down. But as young as my daughter was, my girl was there, and I had to steady that ship while I tripped for a couple of days. And after a few days, I decided it was all a sign. It was time to go full steam ahead with my dream of becoming a guide to greatness. And I could finally stop saying what I would do if I wasn't working. I went over my plan, and that's when I got serious. Every fourth year of my 5 year plan, I assess my, how I prosper. And I've done this about six, maybe five, probably four times. And each time, my 5 year plan has been fruitful. Now, I've been at it over 20 years, and we're not on Easy Street, but I'm going to push to finish building what's going to make my daughter a celebrity, if only in, her mind. You're all invited to watch as I put, my full fucking effort to complete this last piece of the puzzle and place it in this beautiful picture I have in my life. I assess myself in the short and long terms, and it shows me I'm on track for my goals. Now, you got to be ready for assessment. Are you ready to be assessed or to assess yourself? After every genuine effort, you should experience joy from being true and real to your goal or of perfection. If you're not genuine, if you're really not genuine to what you believe, you can never achieve perfection. Even so, some believe you cannot ever achieve perfection. But I believe if you know the impossibility of being perfect and still strive to achieve it, since you included the fact that nothing's perfect, and this has become your goal. And let's say to be perfect, you need the letter Z. As long as you get to the letter Y, you're perfect to me. You just got to get the Z. Why choose the impossible part of your journey to strive for? I mean, some things are almost impossible. Why put them first? You just want to be depressed? You just want to be discouraged? Being realistic to your abilities and capabilities should always be prevalent in your thoughts, and they will assist you to win by being genuine. The thing is, you list some things you can accomplish first, and then you include something that may or may not stump you. You don't want to let this get stumped first. How are you going to continue? Let's blow up together this year. No matter what you do, you're supposed to have something to promote growth in you. Get the last pieces of the puzzle together and be ready to form that idea you've been thinking about. All right, I guess I didn't talk about enough, but it was all about the journey. One, two. I thought you was gonna call in, man. Hey, you guys. I'm just saying, I would never let somebody call me out and not address it. I just wouldn't do it. Motherfuckers, I don't know who 1 2 is, but I didn't call his name. I don't see how any of you motherfuckers own. Uh, I don't see how any of you motherfuckers could even respond to this fraudulent dude. He's a fraud. He's a fake. Now, what I'm saying is, he said he just hit me just now. We on the blade. Now, what I'm saying is, what you doing on the blade, listening to me? I'm telling you. I mean, I guess you could do that. I don't know what motherfuckers do today. Shit. The best way to solve potential problem with your woman is to be able to spot it before it erupts. Problems with women are like volcanoes. Volcanoes do not erupt without a warning, and neither does your goddamn woman. Caller, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, Mr. Bud? How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing great, brother. Great, great, great. Hey, you was talking about one too. They can't resist listening to you, man. On the blade, off the blade, they can't resist. Just listen. Hey, I called to kick it with you for a minute, man. I go out over the weekend, man, and go to a bar. I'm in the bar and I crack one. We kicking it. We have a few drinks. So towards the end of the night, I walk out to the car. We talking. I might have sucked a titty or two. I took one of your old lines. I kissed on her. And it was just a good time. But next day, I pick up the phone to call her. The number goes straight to the voicemail. I'm like, damn. I was kind of pissed, like, hey, this about a bitch, because I just really mashed out on her once I got that action that I was getting. And then the next day, I try to call her, damn, I can't reach the bitch. So I'm sitting back like, well, damn, ain't this about a bitch? You know what I mean? So,
Hey, why you didn't follow everything the first when you first met her? That's when you had the action.
shit, I guess I had too much action.
No, man, you know you was scared. You know you was scared, man. See, people don't tell themselves the truth in points in situations like this. Because what I'm saying is, what was you scared of? I don't know, but you know. So what I'm saying is, whatever it was, obviously needs to be improved on. And if you don't improve on it, this is gonna happen again.
Right, right, right.
So you got to improve on it, bro.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I just gotta go and finish it out.
What was you scared of?
Close it all the way out.
What was you scared of?
Well, because she was saying she was trying to go. She was trying to leave to go home or whatever. And so I kind of fell back because she was saying that. But the action was saying something different. And I took the pass,
Hey, man, passivity is gonna get you crushed. And what I'm saying is, you gotta follow your action in life. You could be on your way home and at a stoplight, ain't got shit on your mind, and this broad pull up next to you, and whatever, give you action. What, you gonna be saying, well, okay, I gotta see you tomorrow because I'm on my way home? No, man, you go after your action.
go after that action. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man. Have a good one.
You too. Okay. So of course I'm on here all this goddamn time, but volcanoes do not erupt without warnings, and neither do your woman. So when something is not 100 with any woman, they do things to see if you up on it. She may be answering you with a different snap in her voice, or she may fucking see if you're up on it. I mean, this snap is to test you to see if you're checking it. And I'm saying she may, bring your plate of dinner a little differently, or walk a little harder around the house. Well, those are some of the things that my fucking mom be doing when she upset with me. If your woman, if your woman's upset, she's gonna do something to let you know something is bothering her. If you sharp, you should see this and think, what the fuck could the problem be? And if you're really sharp, you would admit to yourself 2 or 3 things that could be the problem and bring them out. And, even if the one you bring out first is not the goddamn problem that's bothering her because you got ammunition, You're gonna be able to roll a little smooth, get through that first one being wrong, and go to the second one. Now, I mean, she's gonna be happy that you even took the time to think about her. See, now that's what's up. You want that shit. Uh, you know what? Even in cases where you about to fall out, kicking it, doing the things that I'm talking about, thinking about her, is gonna help you much more than you think. Now, I've been talking over an hour. This is a little long for me. So what I'm finna do is I'm finna go. I want you guys to understand something. This shit I do is for you as much as it is for me. So let's handle this the way we supposed to. I'm gone.